won't stop the beat go.
This is my guy right here, co-founder of Vanity, co-founder of Philly on the Rise. You want to introduce yourself, man?
What's going on? What's up, everybody? My name is Reggie. I'm the co-CEO and co-founder of Vanity Elite Models, urban modeling team based out in Philly. I'm also the co-founder of Philly on the Rise production and co-founder, executive producer of Philly on the Rise, a reality show that's now in our second season, and I am a current cast member on the show this season, so I'm excited. I'm excited to be here with the Fina Gallery, you know, the everybody favorite duo, you know.
Everybody favorite fucking duo.
Alright, so I definitely want to, talk to you a little bit about the show and about the modeling, and then we're going to get into a little bit of a nitty gritty thing, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, how is it being on the actual cast?
It's a lot different than I expected it to be. I think like when you're working from behind the scenes, you get to see everything. But kind of working behind the scenes and still being a part of it, it's a little bit more of like, what the fuck? Like, what do y'all be going through? Like, I be sitting here like so confused, like, oh my god, I'm like, it's too much on this side. Like, it's a little bit too much. But it's also still entertaining. Like, I actually just love showing like my business. Vanity is like my whole entire life, so I love like anything that I do on the show that has to do with Vanity. I love showcasing it off. I love getting Vanity name out there. So it's dope.
Are you going to executive produce and be a cast member too, like at the same time?
I am. I'm executive producer and I'm a cast member. I feel like the executive producer part is kind of easy for me now because I did season 1 as like the main executive producer. You know, Jay Marquise, he did Split last time. He was the executive producer plus a cast member. So for me, it was a little bit easier to do like the executive producer part. But plus, I knew I had Vanity, so I was like, I just don't want to put that much on myself. So now being a cast member, I feel like I know how to kind of like where I need to navigate and where I need to work at as a cast member. So it's way easier than it would have been if I would have tried it last year.
What's it like in your experience with all the different personalities on set?
Me personally, I hate it because I'm a Leo.
Right.
I'm already not really a people person until I get to know like who you are. I'm very social, but I'm not a people person.
I get that.
So I know how to be like social with people. I know how to like engage in conversation, but I necessarily really don't like being around people. Like I really value like my alone time. So being around all of those personalities, sometimes I just want to be like, shut the fuck up, or where you trying to go with this? Like, it'd be too much for me, and I'm really a type of person where it's like, I can't sit there and deal with bullshit all day. Like, if you not getting to the root of what the fuck you need to get to, then I gotta go. Like, I don't got time for this. It's either that or I'm slapping the shit out of somebody, and I know for my well-being, I worked a long time to get to this place to not be slapping the shit out of somebody. So
it's about growth.
It's about growth, and I've grown a long time, so I'm more of like I need to get the fuck out of here.
I just be thinking about like if that was me, just being around all them different energies. Like I'm big on vibes, so I was just like, how do you deal with that?
I was gonna say without saying no names, is there any bad vibes? Oh,
I won't say it's no bad vibes with me. Do people get on my nerves? Absolutely. But no, there's not any bad vibes this season with me. With the rest of them, it's a lot of fucking bad vibes. And I don't understand when it's gonna fucking end, but it was a lot of vibes that got fixed from the first season this year that you will get to see, and then you'll see new vibes actually get broken up that was kind of close, and then it's new people that entered with me, so you'll see those vibes kind of entering and see like where they mix and match. So that's gonna be interesting.
What was like the process of like choosing the cast members?
Okay, so we actually went through a three-round process. When first people had to send in a video like how we originally did it last year. Then you had to After that, you would have had to do a video conference with us so that we can interview on a video. And then if we liked you enough to bring you back after that, then we'll do a third in-person interview with one of the cast members. Let me tell y'all how none of that shit ever fucking happened.
It's always crazy stories.
Literally, it was broken up so nice, and I'm honestly gonna keep it that way for like future seasons. But like, nobody fucking sent them videos. I don't know if we did it too early or maybe people wasn't interested. So I was like, well, I already had people that I honestly wanted to put on there anyway. So let me just go out and just ask them. And honestly, there were some people that actually declined, and I was okay with it. I didn't even ask why. I was just like, okay, you said no. And then there were some people that came back, and I actually, along with me, I was only really looking for like 3 people because I knew I was being added. So it would have been a total of 4 of us. But saying one of the cast members, and I'm actually hoping to find out what happened to him and then bring him on for season 3 because I really was excited for him this year. But I'm still going to do that same process. I think that this season is going to be like, oh, okay, now I really want to be a part of it.
Okay.
I feel like this season is really going to be like the, okay, bitch, like, let me get in.
That was about Philly on the Rise. Then you got Vanity. How's that going?
Vanity is, I could talk about Vanity all day. So it's going really, really good. Really good. I just got deemed a superstar in the modeling scene. Our modeling scene, urban modeling scene, actually was originated in DMV area.
Okay.
And that's kind of where Vanity come from. So Vanity originates from there. So Philly has like a modeling scene, but they don't do urban modeling the way that it's done in the DMV.
Yeah.
So that was our goal with bringing Vanity to Philly, was to do it kind of like DMV style, but have a Philly scene where it's multiple teams in Philly and it's multiple designers getting their stuff showcased throughout all of the companies in Philly. So it's kind of like creating something, and it happens all over. Like North Carolina did the same thing. Delaware does it. College does it. A lot of college schools does it. Like a lot of people actually have urban modeling companies. It's just that Vanity has only been the most successful one.
I mean, I've been to a couple of y'all shows. Y'all definitely put on for Philly, so
thank you.
Love to see it. Love to see it. And I was gonna ask you like how did Vanity all get started? Besides like the origins of like where Vanity come from, like who put it together?
So me and Wesley were originally on a DMV team that had a Philly chapter. Okay. So I wound up being the president of it, and then Wesley was the runway coach, who then became vice president in the mix of it. We was on this team about 7 months. And business-wise, it just didn't work for us. We just felt like me and Wesley could kind of do things better on our own. We didn't like the way that the route was going. So we decided to part ways with them. And me and him was like, let's just, run it together. You be co-CEO, I be co-CEO, and then we'll raise our board and we'll do our foundation from there. That's kind of like how Vanity got started. And that was in February of 2021. So now we're moving into our 4th year right now. We did. We was 13 people when we started off our team, and we literally I think we left that group January or actually February. I think the same day we was already like, well, let's move on right after that. A couple of weeks together, we started talking about it, and by 3 weeks later we announced Vanity in March, first week of March. So that's why we always do like our Founders Day is February 9th, 2021. But our actual weekend, the first weekend in March, is when we celebrate our anniversary, is because that's when we announce to everybody that we're Vanity Elite. So Vanity Weekend Year 4 will be March 2025, and we'll be finishing our 4th year, working into our 5th year.
That's what's up.
Now that we got the professional stuff out the way, this is Reggie. Alright, so you guys know who he is now. So now, I definitely had to bring you on the show because I gotta pick your brain about some stuff. Okay. So I was looking on like people's Twitter. Like, I was going on Twitter and I was like going on, I don't know, the threads that they was basically commenting on, because people would be like reposting stuff on Instagram or like on Twitter. I don't personally have a Twitter, but like I guess you can click on it and like see what the whole hype is about or whatever like that. So I seen last week that what was trending was, I guess, top stigmas and then bottom stigmas.
Yeah.
I didn't personally know like that there were too many stigmas, but like as I was reading the comments and what they were saying, I'm just like, okay. So I wanted to talk about it because what are the top and bottom stigmas really that people be like having? Like, I don't know. Like, I did see one. I know there was another podcast. The guy was talking about just bottoms. He had like a bunch of, like, he had like 2 bottoms on there, and then I guess himself, he was a bottom too. I can't remember, but it was Dear Gay Black Men. It was like him and 2 other guys. And they were just bottom. They were just talking about like all things bottom and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I guess this is a thing. And then I seen that on Twitter, so I was like, what are the top and bottom stickers? But the one that I was talking about was, I guess, cleaning out. So I'm like, okay, I didn't know some people didn't clean out. Yeah, like
that's the whole thing. Like, you know, you got the girls that love scat, you know. I mean, that's just the reality, you know.
Yeah, so
but that
they're into it. Like,
yeah.
I do have a Twitter, and I'll be on there. And sometimes shit that other people like come up on my feed, and I'll be like, niggas is really into this.
like,
I think that's where stigma will stem from, because now you would say like people are into that, so now you would think that any bottom is into that, and that's not really the case. Not every bottom don't clean out, and not every bottom want to make a mess, and not every bottom will go through with it. But because you're a bottom, you start getting put in that category of all bottoms act like this, or all bottoms come off like that, all bottoms are like that, and that's where stigma start.
and then I seen one, because it was that one. The one that I seen on Twitter was, I guess, tops. Not really, or not supposed to. I'm not gonna say, because I didn't see many people saying like tops is supposed to be like the masculine. I feel like that. I feel like that been went away. The whole feminine, masculine thing, top and bottom thing. I feel like that. I didn't see that one, but the one I did see was, I guess, tops are supposed to.
He's gonna say like to
Provide more.
And yeah, I can't stand that
So
one.
it's like getting like, not gender roles in this case, it'd be the same gender, but you like something like it, basically.
That's
Like,
literally what it's given. If you're the top, you're supposed to open my door for me, and you're supposed to pay my bills and pay for the bill when we go out to eat. Like, I don't like any of those like gender roles, because if I wanted to do any of those things, I would have been with a female.
right.
And I always feel like society placed things like that on us. So now that's why even in straight relationships, that's why it is the way that it is. Because society placed that on us. But
Because I was thinking about it, like, as I was like reading some of the comments, I was like, okay, like, I could see where some of the stigmas, like, I'm just, from other people's perspective, I can see where it could come from. I mean, I don't really agree with the whole stigma thing, or like any stigmas in that matter, but that one, I was just thinking about, because then I'm just like, damn, like, in any of my past relationships, like, was that a thing? Like, was they thinking about the stigma? Like, were they thinking about the stigmas? Like, was they, like, thinking I should provide more? Like, I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Like,
Do you feel like you kind of found yourself falling into that role with them in your previous relationships, though?
that's what I was like trying to look back on. Like, I was just like thinking back on the past relationships. Like, was I playing that role? Like, I don't know. But I feel like I have a control type of thing. Like, I feel like if I don't do these things, they're not gonna be done.
I feel like I think that's more so what it is like a lot of guys that I dealt with coming up wanted to be in that role of like, well, I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna do that for you. I've always been an independent bitch, so I've always been, all right, you can do that for me, but I'm still going to do for myself, like, because that's
what
just.
are you going to do for them?
But I will do for them. I don't have a problem doing for them. But I've been told in previous relationships as well, it's like, well, I would like you to do this for me sometimes. Or like me, I wasn't a cooker. I was never a cooker. I didn't like cooking. But beginning coming out, I was primarily a bottom when I first started talking to niggas when I first came out. So when I did get into one relationship, he used to cook for me all the time. And I didn't, but when I got into my next relationship with somebody who was a little bit more like verse, and I was starting to learn my verse life, he was basically giving, well, I want you to cook for me too. Like, you know, like I ain't trying to be in here cooking all day. I work just as much as you do. I want to come home to a meal too. So I had to learn how to, I literally was on YouTube like, well, damn, let me learn how to cook. I never had to cook before because that's somebody always provided that for me. Like, but then I guess it's really situational when you start to think about like, well, damn, I really wasn't. I was at one point I was playing a position of like what a bottom, I guess, with the stigma of what a bottom is supposed to do, and then it started moving into like learning what verses was and this and that. And then sometimes it's like, why do I even got to talk about my sexual position to provide what I'm doing in my actual relationship?
That was my whole stance
like,
on that.
It was really like, you can be a complete bottom, but you can still go make the bread, have the house clean, take out the dog, take out the trash, and just do your thing. I think it's a preference of what you like.
I feel like at the end of the day, we both men, so like it don't matter who playing what position or who. Like we can both take turns being showing dominance and submission. Like it don't gotta be like, okay, this rigid kind of like, all right, this is like this, and this, and you do that. You do that. You know what I'm saying?
And that was perfect. That was perfect. That was perfect. What does it take to submit to somebody?
You gotta be able to allow yourself to be vulnerable to begin with somebody. That's like for starters. But I don't know. I'm still learning that myself because like niggas get me fucked up. So I'm trying to like soften up a little bit in them areas. But yeah, like I'm willing to be vulnerable at least. So
that's such a hard question for me because I feel like I used to easily be submissive, but now I'm very like. I'm like blocked now, so it's hard for me to just be like it's hard to really like give myself fully to you. Like I feel like I gotta keep that shoulder up because I'm like
just because you
never know.
Yeah, because I'm like
you here with it because I feel that. I'm
like yeah, because like I feel like I've been there before. I've been like to the point like I had one relationship that hurt me so bad that like I've never felt depression in my life. Ever. And when I got out of this relationship, I really felt like I did 90% of the things right, 85% of the things right. and it really like I really confused me as it's like, yo, I really feel like I was like everything for this person. So now I'm a little bit more with like,
and you know what's so crazy also, I feel like we're gonna talk about that next episode because I feel like we all went through that.
Yeah.
Like why did we all went through that? But why the fuck did we all go through that? Like, is everybody fucking shitty? I'm just trying to figure it out. But we're going to get into that next episode. We're not going to dive into that right now because I can go on and on and on about that topic. As far as the submission thing and what it takes to be, like, submissive to somebody, what makes you not, like, what makes you not submissive?
Like you mean like the type of things that a guy do that makes me feel like, oh, no, I
can't be submissive.
I mean, if we talking about like the talking stage or like the dating phase where like this is the crucial time where like you get to show me, you kind of get to not perform per se, but like you show me like what you're about. Like if I start seeing like little red flags, I'm like, oh yeah, let me pull back. You know what I'm saying? Like I might still give you the benefit of the doubt and continue dating you just to see if maybe I was tripping or whatever. But if it look like a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a fucking duck, then it's a motherfucking duck. So yeah, that's why I be like, no, and like there's too many dudes that I meet that I'm like, I see the red flags quick, so I be like, nope, nope. So submission wouldn't even come into my mind. I mean, you gotta really get me to a place where I feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable, to submit. Cause why the fuck would I do that if you gonna end up like shitting on me?
Right.
I mean, like no.
What's some things that make you not submit, Reg?
Well, first is attraction. I really have to be like attracted to you to be submissive. Like nothing against like film tops or anything, I personally, that's just not something that I'm attracted to. So it'll be hard for me to let you like top me, or for me to be like let you hold me, and like for me to really feel like comfortable, like because I could fall asleep in the nigga arms, but if I'm thinking like, oh, damn, like should I be holding you? Like if I gotta question it or something like that, and it's not like a genuine like you're not doing it the right way, then it's like things like that kind of. If this plays a factor for me, so attraction is like number one thing. Like you have to give me like that feel of like protection, or like I just know like you just got big arms and you just got me. Like it's just like all right, you know, I could
You
ease
gotta
it a little
protect your
bit.
nigga too, Reg. You gotta protect your nigga too. You know?
Oh no, I feel like I do, and I think like I feel like for me, it's got to be a little bit more of like a reassurance when it comes to them. So like if I feel like if I'm holding them, I'm like, you know, rub your hand, shit like that. It's just like a reassurance to let you know, like, hey, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. For me, it's a little bit more of like, all right, like I'm letting you in. I'm letting you a little closer. I'm being a little submissive. I'm letting my guard down a little bit. So like, take it. But like the minute you push me back, I'm shrugging the shoulder on you, and bitches, we laying side to side and we looking at each other like this on arms back. It's like, I'm not being submissive no more. I'm putting that wall up, and now I'm starting to get the dominant role, because it's like, no, you can't touch me like that. You just piss me off. Now you making me get.
You fucking stupid.
Hey, yo.
Chris, did you have anything you wanted to talk about today?
I actually did, because I was looking at these TikToks, and I seen this one TikTok where this guy was asking on a podcast about being like friends with a straight man, being best friends with like a gay man. And I had so many straight friends like growing up, and I mean everybody had to go through that phase of like coming out to your friends and all of them straight, and especially like me, I come from the hood, from the project, so it's like that was like back when I came out, it was like a hard thing to do. So when I seen it, the guy was basically saying in the video like, well, you know, like you found out this man your homie, you grew up together, y'all went to kindergarten together, school, this and that. And you know, y'all got a trip planned to Vegas, but then he wanted to come down and tell you that he gay. Like, is you still gonna share a room with him? And the guys on the podcast was really saying no. They I'm not doing it.
Headline for that, but I never listened to the video.
I was really fucking flabbergasted, because I was like, are we in 2024 and you still don't think that you
I'm
can
not even
share a
surprised by
room?
that response, though. Not even a little bit.
I was surprised at the fact that they were really still acting like this. Like, I would respect you a whole type more. It was like, that's my brother, dude. Thinking this and that, like, but we gonna have two separate beds. Like, it ain't gonna be no we living together or this and that. But like, for them to really be like on a no type of thing, as if like this been your friend for how many years. And I also am very big on being like devil's advocate. So I'm sitting there like, well, you know, there are some straight guys some gay guys that don't know boundaries and that don't know how to fucking say. Like, I don't give a fuck how long we've been friends and this and that. When I want something, and then they're going to try to go after it and pursue it. So I tried to understand where they were coming from, but at the same token, it was still like, y'all not giving me enough detail to say like, bitch, this is my friend that I grew up with since grade school. Yeah, they came out gay. I might not agree with your lifestyle, but I'm still here for you. And I never heard one of them niggas say that, and that's what I didn't like.
If this nigga ain't never come at you not one time, like, just because he came out to you, that don't mean like he suddenly gonna get on you. Like, that's crazy. And there's probably some dudes that was in that chat that probably would be like, oh no, it's cool, but you know they can't say that in front of the homies.
They can't say it.
So yeah, I ain't surprised at all by that response. It's crazy though that in 2024 that's still a thing.
And any of my straight friends that watch this show, and y'all know I'm the fuck gay, and y'all not gonna share it with me, this for you bitches, okay? I wish y'all would act that motherfucking weird.
It was, I guess it was really insane to me too, because like I grew up with so many straight people that they literally looked at me like a little brother, or like all my high school friends like was really like this Reg, like when I came out, they was like, all right, you still Reg. Half of them used to be like, nigga, we knew already. Like, we was still gonna be behind your back when you was socking the shit out of people when they called you gay, but we knew. So I was like, but they were still like my homies. To this day, like, I still speak to 1,000 of them, and they always be like, Reg, you so cool as shit, this and that. Invite them to parties and everything like that. But like, I would never like. It was like if one of my friends decided that they wanted to come out and be a trans, I wouldn't decide to treat them no differently or say that that's not my friend no more or this and that. I'd be very understanding of it. So I'm a person that I've been a little confused by like the trans life. So I was trying to do my own education on it, because just because I'm gay don't mean that I know everything about every gay person. So I try to do my education on it and try to understand, like, you know, where they living or how they feeling and things like that. And it wouldn't make me to a point where it's like, oh, I don't want to hang around that person just because that they are. Or I'm going to feel weird being around them or bringing them around.
I'm glad you got some fucking sense.
It's crazy to just throw somebody away just because like they doing something that's getting them closer to like being happy with themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? You probably not happy with yourself, so like.
Exactly.
Now the only thing is, I came out into high school going into college. I had this one friend. When I came out, they all started being friendly with me, except one. Rest his soul, my guy side. But he was the only one who didn't switch away. But that shit was weird, because that was like the first time I ever dealt with like somebody like doing like a whole like switch on.
Oh, 360 on
you. Just because I came out as gay, like, you know, I don't want none of y'all up anyway. But yeah, I was just like, that shit is crazy. So I didn't even hear that fucking video. That's crazy, because
that video was I mean, I try not to get offended by those things, because I was just like, you know, it's just small-minded at this point. It's like, you're small-minded, you're not never going to grow up, you're not never going to get out of the generation, no curse that you've been dealing with. So I just be like annoyed when I look at it though, and I just be like, you know what, I hope this don't discourage the next person from like wanting to come out to their friends or something like that, because y'all sitting there being dickheads and just giving an opinion. And I get it, it's your opinion, like, you're entitled to your opinion, but when you go to your platform is big, and you should not use it to discourage people. That's what I don't like. That's what I really couldn't fuck with them, and I was just like, you know what? I'm glad y'all a bunch of fucking nobodies. I don't know who the fuck y'all are, because I'll be flagging the shit out of y'all shit. It's understandable, and I try to listen to everybody's side. That's why I said, like, I'm a big, like, devil's advocate. Like, I always know what side I'm gonna stand on, but I always try to understand somebody else side. I'm probably 9 times out of 10 not gonna agree with you, but I like to understand where you're coming from. This is like, oh, I get that. I get where you're coming from. I get your side. That's true. I get that, but I don't agree with you. I have my own stance. This is my own mind, and this is how I think about the situation. And it doesn't mean that you're right or I'm right. It just means that we both just need to agree to disagree.
That look like it's time, y'all. We about to wrap this up. My guy Reggie
Hold up. Reggie, tell the people where they can find you at.
Thank you. So you can find me on all my social media platforms, but I'm actually only gonna give you on Instagram. So you can follow my modeling company at Vanity Elite Models. You can follow my Philly on the Rise company at Philly OTR, and then you can follow me at handsome_Reg.
Alright, and tell the people what you got coming up for both.
So right now we are in the mix of shooting season 2, Philly on the Rise. Okay. We're also in the mix of finishing season 1. So the season finale and a reunion is going to be coming out very, very, very soon. For Vanity right now, we're actually doing a lot of competitions, a lot of photo shoots, and we're working on our winter show, which is going to be an entertainment show. I cannot drop the name right now for it, because it's like a big reveal that we do for the scene that we're in. But it's an entertainment choreography show. It's going to be December 14th down at the University of Arts at 401 South Broad Street. Yes, venue's already booked.
All right.
Take note to that.
No,
okay. Right. But yeah, that's what's going on, and you know, I'm just You know, anybody want to see me vibe with me? Come see me at Level Up. Your favorite hookah guy is in the scene. I
we
mean,
didn't even talk about the hookah.
and I'm a move with it. I'm a move.
We love to see it, black man.
But
All
I
right.
appreciate the peanut gang fans.
Period.
Peanut gang fans with me. Y'all vibe.
It's always a vibe. All right, well, that's a wrap for this episode, y'all. If y'all like this, you know, share, subscribe, hit the like button, all that shit we love around here. Peace.